Well, I keep on forgetting about that feature where I can go and revert my SS gear, take it back down to a regular S grade, and then go and use those divine cubes on another piece of gear that I want. And in the situation that I did go and swap the Nashir, forgetting that I totally had that, turned over to the Elorian sword, which I did push a couple of chapters today, I think maybe 2 or 3 of them, not really 100% certain, to 11. So I think we've so far done 3 chapters on it, and I'm planning on pushing some more. But given that I knew I was doing so terrible in PvP, and that I did have a guild battle going on right now versus a pretty strong guild, and not to mention the whole martial arts, that I knew I was just gonna kerplunk it there, not even stand a chance of hitting that top 64 and missing out on that radar. So I did have the Judgment Sword down there, or the Blade of Justice, turn that into the Helos, and then given that the growth fund right now for me is the whole build event, I started just kind of getting a little bit of combo damage reduction, and even some skill damage reduction to at least have something to stand up on my own. Now, given that I was running the Nashir so long that anytime I switch over one of these weapons and think it's a great idea, I realize how fast that I just go and say, I don't have anything that I really need to go and be able to pair up with this and make a build around. I mean, I've got stuff, but it's not like the level or the powerfulness that I had at the Nashir. I mean, it did drop about, I think, 40 million or 50 million. I was sitting at about 400 billion, and now I think we're sitting at something like 360 right now, 364. So not terrible, 35 million. I did go in on that guild battle there. I did a 1-star, and I probably should have just looked at it right away that the player had a 6 or 7 defense wins, but totally flopped out on both of those, so I didn't do too well. But I did change a couple of things along with this. Like I said, we did go for some combo damage reduction, skill damage reduction, and some combo. I am using Elsa, the Slime King, and even the Unicorn there. So those are the 3 pets I'm running right now. And then I did go, obviously, through Raphael back in. We are using Diego, and then I think I used the Twin Blade too for my other artifact. I am still running the Ghost Princess, though, in the night of the end. I did just switch over to the Bone Legacy, even though I'm still using the Ghost Princess, trying to see if that works a little bit better than using the Ghost Legacy. I know that last one in the Ghost is like a 16% global damage coefficient, so that might still be better than going and using all these bone stats on it. But originally everybody was going for that whole Ranger Legacy because there was a lot of nice crit stats in there, and with the whole changes of the Legacy, I guess they got removed. So that's where I believe you're hearing, you know, oh, the Helos got nerfed. That would be the reason why. And I did have one lonely swap talisman left over, so I took all of my collectibles off of the Elorian sword there, threw it on this Helo, so we at least have a 10-star Arcana on this, and hoping that's enough to hold me through the whole martial arts tournament. And when I say hold me through, just to get to that top 64, because I'm going to get my butt kicked from that point on. The Nimble Murloc is probably the only brand I have at least sitting at Mythic, which made me realize once again I need to get more points put in that Wild Vulture. I did throw the Undead Swordsman in, which once again realized I don't even have enough for the super crit on that, but I at least am going that White Robe just to kind of see if that might help out a little bit. But once again, another change of the weapon, and I think I am going to try to switch between these two a bunch. I might have to just bite my finger on it and go switch back to the Nashir on one of these, but we'll at least wait till we get a couple of those chapters pushed. And the main goal on this was, in the long run, trying to switch over this Helos, but I'm kind of hesitant with all this SS stuff coming out. Are we going to be seeing the other weapons coming through as an SS and giving us more options to go and build around? Which, by the way, this game itself has just become to the point where I never thought it was going to come to this, but I'm literally getting like 7 or 8 pop-ups of things when I go and log into the game now, which I find super annoying. This game was never really like that, but I don't know if that's just their way of going and saying, hey, we want to make money, let's just throw everything at them, and hopefully they'll click on something. So I got about 7 minutes right now before that martial arts tournament closes, so I'm going to go and push on that right now, and I guess I'll probably show some video or some footage in here if we make it into that top 64. But if you want to know about my oopsie with going and switching over that Elorian sword, you might want to take a look at this video right here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.